NLP works with certain assumptions and beliefs, or we can say hypothesis. What we say in the NLP term is presupposition. Presuppositions are the basis of NLP's intervention. Subsequently, many tools and techniques rely on this presupposition. We work as if it is a fact and then make it a reality in the process. If it doesn't happen, then it is reworked in a different process. I'm going to share with you a few of the presuppositions related to managing people, managing oneself and managing people. It is more related to people's skills, because out and out management is all about handling people, controlling people, influencing people, inspiring your team. So gone are the days of command and control. Now we have moved to a stage of influencing, helping, or we are in the days of servant leadership now. From autocratic leadership to we are in the age of servant leadership. And true mark of leadership is to become progressively redundant. When you are able to even remotely manage, when the system takes care of the whole process and the outcome is achieved. Not simply person-centered approach or simply about only one person can do it. And NLP in this process is very helpful because NLP believes if one person can do, anyone can do. So from that angle, as a manager, if you come to learn NLP skills in a practitioner course, business practitioner course, which happens for about 5 to 6 days, depending upon the organization, where you will be taken into a number of tools to understand you, your behavior, your thinking, and also others' behavior, their responses to life situation events, and how in the interaction there will be a win-win outcome in the process. So NLP has a number of tools and kits which is shared in a regular webinar, in a regular online classes. And in this webinar, I'm going to share with you what are those that we can gain. So beliefs of excellence. One is that we each create our own version of reality and view it. This is the founding principle of neuro-linguistic programming, what we say as map of reality. Each person understands the world according to his own beliefs and programs that he carries in his head. Though we are living in the same world where sun and moon or stars are same, not every individual is living in the same world. Each person carves his own world from the objectively seen world and lives in his own world. Like how we can say people live in apartments. A common ground, an open ground was there. Suddenly a building comes up and in that various compartments are given. So I live in my apartment, I just open my door, peep out, look at the next person or opposite person living in the opposite apartment. He opens his door and peeps out and talks and goes back. Same way, literally, according to NLP's finding, which is a fact, that each person is living in his own inner world. We create his own inner world and lives there. Whatever we see in the outside world is all put inside our head and we keep interacting with that. So as a manager, when you interact with your team, it will be nice if you bear in mind that each person carries his map of the business context and he reflects on that. He refers to that, not what you say or what is commonly shared. So they come from their premise and keep on expressing. So instead of making one parameter for everybody, if you can understand this essential individual differences in people's understanding and behavior, as a manager, it gives a lot of cues for you to handle the team member and bring the best out of them. So map of reality is the founding principle. We all get guided by our map. Now I'm talking to you now as a webinar leader with a map in my head that you're all managers from across, from different industries, and the map that I carry in my head about you is that you all want to know about what is NLP, and you want to gain from NLP and you want to grow in your life. That is the map that I carry, which only motivates me to share my best about NLP in this webinar. This is the primary finding and the fact of life. It is easy to change yourself than it is easier to change others. So today we are living in a world of inspiring people, not simply dictating and commanding people, especially millennials are people who have a different brain chemistry altogether. So gone are the days of managers commanding the team members or subordinates, respecting the boss, obeying whatever the command is given, simply doing because the command is given to us, so that, oh, that is something good for me, that's why my boss is saying. It is gone. People are questioning it. People are very selective. So that way it is important today that we need to convince our team members. So to convince them, being an example and influencing is the only way. Otherwise, it doesn't last long at all. So NLP says, if you want to influence people and you are not able to influence people or get things done from your team, instead of blaming, ask yourself, what is in me that I need to adjust, by which I may reach out to the team member or my colleague, and how can I influence? So there are specific tools available by which you are able to adjust your thinking and behavior which matches with your colleague, and you're able to easily get along with them or influence them. Bear in mind that change in the outside world is possible if and only if you are ready to make that change in you. If you change, correspondingly your world changes outside. Using your imagination is the first stage to make real improvements. The beauty of human is that we are all endowed with what is called as creative imagination. It is said that other life forms are not given this gift of creative imagination. Any other life form, or so-called inferior life forms at the animal kingdom, go by instinctive intelligence. It is pre-programmed and they can behave only in that way. Whereas human beings are endowed with called inferential intelligence or creative imagination. Between stimulus and response, we can always alter a response. We don't need to behave or respond, react only in a one way. Somebody is upset with us. Earlier, we have been reacting, impulsively reacting and countering the person, which was as headlong going without any conclusion or stalemate. Now you can decide to change your response and ignore the person or intelligently handle so that you are able to change or influence the person. So man is endowed with a creative imagination process, and with that NLP utilizes various ways of altering your behavior, altering your beliefs, your values. Thereby, you are able to influence people around you and gain control in a win-win situation. So the whole end of NLP, as I told you, is the inner game. That inner game is done by using your imagination. And it is done in a very specific way. It's not simply visualization. Those visualization process has certain specific methodology of seeing it, using our five senses. People can access the resources they need in order to make whatever changes that will make a difference. And this again, NLP gives the tools to access the resources. Various tools are there. The point here is that whatever that you need in your life is available in you already. The resources that you seek for. Resources here means the skill sets or the abilities, everything is inside you. Decision-making ability, leadership skill, managerial skill, communication ability, whatever resources that you want, emotional balance, intuitive ability, ability to take right decisions, whatever that you seek for, according to NLP's belief, which is proven also by various processes across in the 60 years of NLP's experiment. Many evidences are there that this belief that I already have the resource which I want in the outside world has made people manifest those abilities and skills. So according to NLP, you already have all the resources that you want and you can access it within you. There are all the tools of NLP in case you enroll for an NLP workshop, maybe NLP practitioner course, business practitioner course, you will gain those tools. Not only gain those tools, you will know how to do it. You will experience that it is possible for you to tap the resources which are in you and implement in your life, which becomes very evident in your own eyes. You become your own testimony for the efficacy of NLP. It's a very handy tool. NLP is a psychological tool which is evident for you. So you already have what you need. And this is the basis for coaching also. A coach believes coaching has the power. A coach only facilitates. NLP also believes that. Very, very powerful, useful belief of NLP is there is no failure, only feedback. Failure is event oriented, a particular task oriented. Yes, we may fail in a particular task, but we are not a failure in our abilities. Maybe the attempt that you made or I made or somebody made to get something failed in one particular context. That doesn't mean failure in one event makes the person a failure in life or in the business. So there is no failure, only feedback. If you see it as a learning, it's futuristic. You can move forward, way forward. If you look at only failure in that context, you get stuck there. NLP says you don't need to. Take it as a learning. Get feedback from there. Do course correction and you can move forward. So there is no failure, only feedback. If what you are doing isn't working, do something different. This is very, very important. This is more in terms of strategy, not goal. Like you work towards a goal, and if you don't get it, don't change the goal. Change the strategy towards getting that outcome or a goal. It's being flexible enough, not simply doing the same thing over and over and again and feeling disappointed. Be flexible enough to change the course of approach to outcome and you can succeed. If what you're doing isn't working, do something different.